and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and we have 2-week haul to talk about real quick here. We're doing June 4th and June 11th. Of course, June 11th was my birthday. Somehow it happened without me really realizing it. I turned 50. I don't feel 50, and I know I don't look 50, but it is what it is. I feel like as long as you're doing the stuff that you like and you're in the things that you're interested in, you stay with them and you don't let it get out of control. That helps keep you young. At least that's the way I figure it. I mean, I'm still into the same stuff, a lot of the same stuff I was into when I was a kid, all except for Star Wars. But comic books, wrestling, cartoon, Garbage Pail Kids, all sorts of stuff. I still like them. And I think that's what helps keep you young. And now I got kids, I can share it with them. It's all good times. But let's get into the comic books that I picked up these past 2 weeks, starting with, of course, some facsimile editions. Got to get these out of the way first. Batman 618. We are nearing the end of this whole Hush storyline, I believe. I think we only got a few more issues to go. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with how long the series lasted. I still got to get caught up on these, but what I've read has been so much fun. I really, really, really have enjoyed it, and I really understand and know now why that story has gotten so much praise, because it deserves it. I also picked up another Batman facsimile edition this week. This is Batman number 9. Mainly just got it because of the iconic cover. I love these old school Batman covers. Old school DC covers are pretty cool. They've got a lot of iconic ones. I don't really read them, but I will pick them up for the covers. From Marvel, Fantastic Four number 6, halfway through the reprinting of the first full year of the Fantastic Four. That's awesome. I do have these in the Essentials, which were the black and white, sort of like phone book size black and white reprints that Marvel used to do. I loved those for the older comic book stories, because just being able to actually see the artwork of some of the all-time greats was really, really awesome. But moving on, I grabbed Ghost Rider versus Galactus, which I did read, and I gotta tell you, I had to keep telling myself that this takes place in an alternate reality, because just like the Ghost Rider in 616, it's almost like the writers today have no idea how to write Ghost Rider. They have no idea what the character's all about, and there's a difference between Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze. But they keep making Johnny Blaze look like Dan Ketch Ghost Rider and give him Dan Ketch Ghost Rider's powers, and it's just, you got to get them separated again. There's a reason why we had two different characters and why they worked so well on their own, because they were their own distinct characters. But having them mixed up like they have been just kind of dilutes the gene pool, so to speak. Moving on, Godzilla Heist number 4. I got to get caught up on these, but I'm grabbing the movie poster variants. This, of course, is Point Break. Then I grabbed Godzilla. I say Godzilla versus Justice League versus Kong, but Justice League gets top billing for some reason. The second storyline, or part 2, I guess. I got the regular cover here. And then I grabbed this, and I think this is the connecting variant. There's a lot of connecting variant covers, but I mainly just got it because it has Godzilla on it. So I don't know if I'll get the rest of these or not. I may look into it. From this week, I grabbed the Joe Quesada variant of the Death of the Silver Surfer, which, again, I did read this one. It's okay. It's Greg Pak writing Silver Surfer, and he did a Silver Surfer miniseries years ago that was really good. So I was excited to see him doing another Silver Surfer. He's one of the few people that I've seen, I've read the Silver Surfer through, like he's writing it, that I've really enjoyed, outside of, back in the 90s with Starlin and Ron Lim and all those guys doing, going through the Infinity Gauntlet and the early 80s Silver Surfer series. And that was a really good run. Not many people can write the Silver Surfer and make him a fully formed character, but Greg Pak is one of them. Sorry. There you go. For some reason, I'm having a hard time talking. Almost done, though, so, more in my favor. Transformers was the next one I picked up. I grabbed the regular cover because it's a badass Optimus Prime cover. I'm loving it. And then I also grabbed the Energon Universe 2nd Anniversary connecting variant. I am going to try to get all of these because I like these. I want to have the full image. But I don't know what I'm going to do with them after I get them all. Maybe see if I can put them all in a frame so I get that full image and put them up on the wall. But, we've got Megatron here. I like how Megatron has used Laserbeak for his eyes. I thought that was really, really cool. And then the last thing I picked up for the month of May, I had some credit left over. So I decided to use this credit to get another Epic collection from Marvel. And this time I grabbed, this might be my second Silver Surfer, but I grabbed Silver Surfer Thanos Quest. This is volume 6. It collects the Silver Surfer 39 through 50, annual number 3, Thanos Quest number 1 and 2, material from Marvel Comics Presents number 50. Now, if you've not read the Thanos Quest, that is a storyline that you have to read. The Thanos Quest is, in my own opinion, let me see if I can find the cover here for it. There it is. Thanos Quest, in my opinion, is one of the best stories written with a villain as the main character. There's the second cover. That didn't water the character down. Added new layers to what Thanos is and how his mind works, but didn't, like these days when they try to add stuff to a character, they always wuss him out. They always, like Dr. Octopus, the reason why he's a jerk is because his mom left his dad or whatever, and he had a stepfather, or a mother had boyfriends that used to pick on him and beat him up when he was a kid, so that made him a jerk. That whole let's have sympathetic villains things I don't really care for. Thanos, when they were doing this Thanos Quest storyline, it showed that he does have a weird way of looking at things, and he has a weird way of appreciating beauty, but he doesn't let that get in the way of his quest for death and dealing out death and killing as many people as he can. Thanos now is a wuss compared to what he used to be back in these days. This is the Thanos that I like. But if you've not read Thanos Quest, it's just a two-parter. It's been reprinted numerous times, and I've gotten pretty much all of the reprints because I love the story so much. There was only one that I didn't get, and that was because the cover was really, really weird. Like Thanos' head was too small. They had the Infinity Gauntlet was on the wrong hand or something. There's a bunch of crap wrong with the cover. The cover looked horrible, so I didn't pick it up because of that. But there's been other reprints for it. So if you've not read it and you're curious about it, it's one of my favorite stories. It's one that I read all the time. And you can find it in reprints. You can, if you want to pay some more, you can get the original. It's only a 2-part prestige format miniseries, but you can get them, and you can even get them in this, along with some other great Silver Surfer stories. This retailed for what, $40? So there you go. But that is it. Those are all the books that I picked up. Now I do want to get back into sharing the magazines from my magazine collection. I'm not going to do any of those this week. I'm a little short on time. I didn't prepare for it. But next week, or the next time I get to do a video, I'm going to share some more of my magazines from my magazine collection as well. And I'm sure you've also noticed it's no longer weekly comic haul. It's just new comics, because I don't know if I can do these on a weekly basis anymore. So since I can do them on a weekly basis, and I know that since I know I'm not going to be able to do them on a weekly basis, I am going to just call it comic book haul or new comics or whatever, and just go with that. So, but that said, new poster this week is the Bring On the Bad Guys. I'm hoping I'll have another poster next week. If not, I'll have to repeat something or see if I can find something else to put up there. But I also have my, I don't know how well you can see that. This is Cyber Frog, Ethan Van Sciver. Never really knew how to pronounce his last name, but Cyber Frog, signed by him. And up there, you'll see this next week. But this is the a print reproduction of Amazing Spider-Man 363. I think I've got that signed. Yeah, I got that signed. So, but that's it. That's all I got this week. So, rambled a little bit more to get this closer to 10 minutes. But there you go. I'll talk to everybody next week or the week after. As soon as I can, I'll talk to you guys. So there's some new comic books. But thanks again for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.